Okay. This has set for a couple of hours. I'm going to gently get it to close. And I do mean gently. You don't want to puncture through the paper. Okay. Same on the other side. Let's give it a little bit of encouragement. Okie dokie. These close tight enough that I could have actually given them a little more space. Do you see what the space is in there? Well, I could have gone a little wider and it would have been all right. Now, I'm going to glue on my pages. And when you glue your pages, you see this here, this crease? Well, you want to still be able to see that crease and then some. So give it about a 1/16 inch above the crease when you set your page on. And I use wet glue, and it's because it's easier to work with. If I put the tape on here, once I get the page on, sometimes I can't easily move it around to get it to be where I want it to fit. Oh, forgot to snip the edge. And you just need to take just a little bit off. You don't need to take too much. That's so this will just slide right on there and find a seat. See how there's a nice bit of space here? Keeps your pages moving free. Let's get the rest of these clipped. Here and a bead on the other side. And that little motion is more just to smooth it onto the, excuse me, the hinge, than it is about wiping away any excess. Glad I went back and checked. You can try and wait until after you decorate your pages before you put them on the hinges, but I find it amazingly difficult to adhere them then. Okay. I've got all these gutters, and I've got this paper left over. So I think I'm going to do, I'm going to cut strips of this. That's 3/8 inch, so I'm going to do 1/4 inch strips, and we're going to do them at 6 1/4. Was a bit long, and all right. Doesn't look straight at all. Okay, so are, so I'm cutting this deliberately. And I'll cut those to perfectly fit. That gutter there. There's 2. 3. I don't remember if I need 5 or 6. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So I need one more. All right. Now let's just not mess this up, because it could happen. Nobody is perfect, especially me. Okay, looks like I did good. Okay. Now I don't want glue stuff all over the place. I'm using my Perfect Paper Adhesive. I buy this from Amazon. You can get it in other places. It's about $6 for a big bottle. And I put them in these little Doris needle nose bottles. Which I have to clean every time, but I like having the control of that small spout. So I won't complain. Okay, now this stuff is a little thinner. Craft paper is a little more porous on occasion than other paper. So you just got to kind of figure your way around. And this is simply a white cotton, what my mother would have called a tea towel. I get them at Walmart. Packs of 2 for a couple of dollars. They're gihugic. I wash them, I reuse them. And if anybody is ever stumped for a gift for me, they know that is what to get. So let's start with the inside cover. And so I could put a small pocket here. To be this size. And I want it to be 2 inches tall. Okay, that's going to glue right there. Now, I should probably measure that because it's just a smart thing to do. I want to do bigger things, and where's my clear ruler? There it is. Okay. So this is, geez, 6 1/4 plus a 16th. 6 1/4 by 6 1/4, and that's what I'm going to cut this next piece. It's going to be a flap, and by the time I fold it over, it'll be short enough. So 6 1/4 by 6 1/4. So now, this is 6 1/4 square, so it doesn't matter which side I score it on. Okay, now, I score at a 1/2 inch in and 3/8 of an inch in. And this gives room underneath this flap for things to be in there, so things just fit better when you give them a little room. I'm going to fold over the hump. I want to do both creases. I want to snip my corners. Now I'm going to adhere this underneath this piece that's going to go cover this. Snuggle it up to the that first hump there, not over it, just right up next to it. That way your piece will fold over See, I've got that. All right. Now this is a slim pocket. If you want it to be a thicker pocket, just add a ½ inch to this side and an inch to this side, and then do a ½ inch score on 3 sides. But this is a slim pocket. Okay. I like to use magnets. This is red tape from Ranger, and the only thing red about it is the plastic. Okay, so now when you're placing your magnets, remember you're probably going to have at least 1/8 of an inch showing here, and then you need the paper to wrap over the top of the magnet. So give yourself plenty of room for that to happen. Now, I've put both magnets on there, so there's no mistaking which side needs to be adhered down. And I've got my tape right over it. Protective backing. And now you sort of be careful here, because when you put this magnet down, this is how your page's cover is going to lie. So make sure it's where you want it. Alright. So now I have my magnets there. Keep that closed. And I'm going to try to keep this simple, so a beginner can do it. So I'm not doing any punching. I'm no fancy cuts. So let's see what we've got here. We have got all these papers. That. I got, the chipboard packs and the stickers, and I rarely use these things, but I thought, you know what, challenge yourself, see what you can do. Okay, you know, my urge is to go to my Cricut machine and cut something out to put on here. So maybe that is just not the piece I want to use for this. Maybe I want to cut the magic off and use it down here. So 1 3/4. And people, this is how I do it. There is no big plan. I just start. Okay. So I built the base of the book to accommodate 6-inch papers. Okay, if I didn't say that before, I'm saying it now. So, okay, now we're going to do that piece. And the trick to doing an album, if you're limited with paper, is do the parts that are going to show first, and then find coordinating just plain colored cardstock to put on the other places. You know, so running out of paper is not a disaster. Now, all right, so that. I like that. Duplicate. All right. Okay, we're going to do this one. And I'm pretty sure I need to cut that 5.5. Okay. Okay, this is one of those moments where this had better work or I am in trouble. Okay, so oh, I won't need this. Need this. Lord have mercy. I want this to say believe. Right there. Get this thing inked up. Now this is going to emboss clear. Love clear embossing powder. Now, if you have a cutting mat down like I do, make absolutely certain you have something between what you're embossing and your tabletop. This will warp with the heat gun. store. Dollar Tree is what my place is called, but I get inexpensive little storage containers like that. Okay. So this is going down with the tape gun. Okay. Okay, so believe in the magic.